What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and let's get back into more work with the Mini Cooper. Today we are talking more things Mini, because if you saw the last video, you'll know that we changed the oil filter housing because someone had basically cross-threaded the oil filter when putting it on. So we changed the oil filter housing, the oil cooler, we've done all the gaskets, and all of that is done. And we were doing some more work to the car yesterday, which I wasn't filming, but we had an issue. So yesterday I was doing some work on the car and I didn't film it because I just didn't feel like I was getting as much feedback in terms of that sort of content. But a few of you do want to see it, so I'm going to keep doing it now because I know that some of you guys love it and it might help you with stuff. So what I was doing yesterday was I was changing over the thermostat housing and the gasket, because if you saw the last video where we drained out the coolant, or 2 videos ago, you will know that that thermostat has been mistreated due to the state of the coolant that will have been going through it. So whilst dealing with the thermostat housing, if you've got anything else in that area to deal with, which we do, it's a good idea to start working on that. So basically our gear linkages were absolutely shot. And what I did yesterday as well is I removed them from these 2 little ball joint sort of things here, and I've popped them through. And this is where yesterday's issues arose. So yesterday what I did is I started to get to work on that, like I say. So you have to detach those and then pop those through there. And then when you go round to the inside of the car, you have to take off the shifter cover. And then there's 4 little screws. You can see one just there at the end of the tip of my finger. You have to undo those and then drop that whole thing down underneath the car. Now, the new linkages that we got off Ben from BH Car Parts, so thank you once again. And the ones that Ben got us are actually a facelift set, because on the pre-facelift, which is obviously what this car is, there were some plastic bits on there that are a weak point for those linkages and that setup. And with those linkages, we've also got it's not a gearbox, obviously, but it's the shifter section as well. So it came as a whole one thing from Ben. And the Minis of the facelift era, so I think it's 05, 06, actually had stronger ones put in place, and I think they were metal. So when we pull that out, I'll be able to show you and compare it to the new one we're going to be putting on. Like I say, when I was changing all this over yesterday, we had a slight issue, because when you're doing this, there's a section under the car where you have to drop the heat shields down, and I'll go under and show you in a minute. I just need to jack the car up, and this is where we had our problem. So quickly, that is my old thermostat, as you can see. So it was a bit crusty and it definitely needed replacing, and that coolant did not do it any favours. But if we go under the car, this is the section I was looking to take off. And as we go along to where it joins onto the cat, what it decided to do was disattach itself from the cat when I was trying to undo those bolts. Now, obviously, it's a little bit of a roadblock, but it's something we can work our way around. And I spoke to Gary last night from Thor Motorworks, who he'd done the supercharger service video with. And he was really, really helpful, because he's got an R52 that he's breaking. And he said I can have the headers and the cat pipe off that, which are stock, and they fit onto the R53s, which is really, really helpful. Now, I know some people might be thinking, why don't you go for an aftermarket one? But remember, guys, I'm doing this car on a budget, and with the stock one, we need to think of a few things if we're going to be tracking the car. Like, noise is one thing, and that's probably the biggest thing that I'm thinking about. And 2 is obviously the cost. So instead of buying an aftermarket one, and if we got a Miltech one second hand, it might be 250 to 400 quid, because I'm just basing that off the fact that a new one I think is like 650 to 800 for headers and a cat pipe from Miltech. Second-hand one is maybe going to be half that price roughly. I don't know. But instead of spending the money on that, we can get one from Gary for like 50, 60 quid. And yes, we're going to lose out on a little bit more horsepower, but I would rather put the money that I've got left over into doing stuff like brakes, suspension, coilovers, and other things like that, whatever we're going to go for, to help this car on track as a whole package rather than just chasing pure power. So what we're going to plan today, and we might not get all this done today, so this might be done over 2 days, is the first thing I want to do is just drop down that old exhaust. So I want to go under here. And what we want to do is I just need to take off the connection for the O2 sensor there. And then I just need to go down the back and unbutton everything so we can get the Miltech on. And then, like I say, when Gary comes, we can obviously take that out and drop that down. But with this out the way, it means we can get all these heat shields. If I stick the camera up there, we need to get all these heat shields out the way, because somewhere just up there above the cat, under that heat shield, is simply that, which we need to then undo, drop down, and then we can stick the new one up, and then we can get the linkages through and into the engine bay. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is there is a wire, I think it's that one, here, which is it's just a connector for the, getting dirt in my eye, the O2 sensor. Oh, really? Okay, so I've disconnected that. Just need to somehow get this, wiring through. I think these are fuel lines. Yeah, looks like a broken clip, which isn't the best anyway. That should be attached to there. So that's snapped off. Brilliant. It's not a problem because, like I say, we are getting another one from Gary. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to damage these fuel lines. I hate working under a car like this. I think it's just the fear of it, for God's sake, going wrong. I could just cut the wire and it probably would make my life a lot easier right now. So guys, I'm going to bring you in. Oh, excuse me. And as you can see, I've undone the heat shields. I slid that one all the way back, and then underneath there is the box. So what we need to do now is go into the car. We need to undo those 4 bolts, and then that will drop down. And then as you can see, this is the linkages. And it runs through, and you can see them, and then they run through and into the engine bay. So we need to go into the car, undo those 4 on the inside, drop that down, and then we need to obviously get the new one put through, and then obviously just put the wires through and connect it up. Fun times. Okay, I lied. You don't undo it from the inside of the car. You actually go under, and I've literally just done it. I didn't expect to do this today. I'm not going to lie, guys. I am chuffed with myself. You know what? I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I'm a newbie to all of this. I have never gone this deep on a car. I never thought I would have done this. Some people don't have the balls to do this and get stuck into a car in case they mess something up. But whatever. It's the only way you're going to learn. So anyway, what I've just done is got under. These are T40s, I believe, off memory. I've only just undone it and I can't even remember. That's how excited I am. So I've basically just pulled all this off. So this is the old one. And if I line it up, this is a new one. So this is a 2005. So this is a facelift one. And I think it's, I don't know, is it these? People say can be a weak point. These like plasticky bits. And then on here, I feel like this, they go, I don't know. Yeah, are they metal? Yeah, that's all metal. So basically, I think it's these 2 bits I'm comparing. So this plastic bit can be a bit that fails, and then these are metal. So what we've got to do now is just go back under the car. I need to feed those through up into here. I won't worry about attaching them today. I just want to get them in place and basically just want to get that buttoned up. And then, again, we've just got to hook them up. But that's the linkages done. And then the only other thing really I want to get done, if I can today, is whip off the old exhaust. But I'm not too worried about that because the original plan was to do that today. But I'm more chuffed that we've done this. Hello. T40. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's a T40. Ow, that's my head. Why are you not going in? So new linkages are in, or the box is in. I haven't put it onto here yet because I need to clean this rubber off here, which I think is from one of the old linkages. If we look, we can see. So it's not that one. Oh no, it's that one. And this is why we were having an issue, because all of that rubber had come off, and eventually this probably would have just popped off, or it would have just meant the gear changes were really rubbish. So what we need to do, like I say, is I do need to clean that off, but that's not going to be a worry today, because I'm not worrying about buttoning this up today, because we do have the aftermarket AirTech intake to go on here anyway. So this isn't the worry. The thing now I need to do is get the heat shields back on under the car, and then I need to get the exhaust off at the back, pull where that's split off, get that off, and then we're going to be all lined up and ready to go to get the Miltech on, which we'll probably do on the same day that we do the headers and the new cat with Gary when he comes round. Let's get the heat shields buttoned up, and then let's get that old exhaust off as well. So guys, late in the day, but we are all done, and let me show you why. Because we got it off. We got the old exhaust off, and let me show you where it's sheared. Look at that. So when I was trying to undo these bolts yesterday, the torque must have been so much on this that it actually sheared this off at the cap. But look at the rest of the exhaust. It shows you the state it's in. Wait for it. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look. I'm trying to not cut myself. Oh my gosh. That is crusty. That is still solid underneath, but this side is a lot better for some reason, but this one is crusty as anything. Obviously, we got the linkages off as well. So a successful day on the Mini. So yes, a successful day on the Mini. The linkages are done, but we haven't buttoned them up for now. We've just got to clean that off, which I can do in another day. And the exhaust is off as well, which is great because that means we can get the Miltech one on the catback system, as well as obviously now that we need the new headers and the cat, which we're going to get from Gary for like 50, 60 quid, which is an absolute bargain. We've also got to just do in here as well the airbox. So I keep putting this back in at night just to be able to plug in the ECU so we don't get any damp or condensation into there. But yeah, we've got the new airbox. So this actually one stays when you do the AirTech one, and then the it just kind of bolts onto it. So we've got to do that. We've got to do rocker cover gasket as well, and then we should be good to do MOT. Obviously put the fluids back in, Cersei first, then take it for the MOT, and fingers crossed we should have a perfectly good running Mini Cooper. So guys, once again, a massively successful day, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who is supporting this build, because I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but there are a lot of you who are loving it, and thanks for the support. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get packed away. If you could always like, comment, share, subscribe, it goes a long way to building this channel, because one day I would love to be doing this full time. Imagine if I could just be doing this, bringing you content from a workshop. It would be absolutely amazing, and I need your help to be able to get there. Until now, we're going to keep doing it on the driveway, clambering underneath, getting covered in muck, bird muck, and whatever else, working with jack stands, because we absolutely love it. We'll see you in the next one very, very soon. Peace out.